In April of 2024, I hit episode 413 of my podcast, Steps to a Better You. It wasn't the ending I'd planned for it. It was just life got in the way. And with that, the show, which had run weekly for nearly 8 years, fell into a major hiatus. And like many projects, a pause for just a little while. And it sat still until it didn't. So fast forward to February of this year, 2025. And I made the decision to revive the podcast, not just to finish what I'd started, but to actually fulfill the actual mission I had, reaching 500 episodes. It was a plan for the actual thing from the get-go to hit 500 and see what happens. But something unexpected happened in the revision. The process of trying to pick up where I left off, I realized it had left me behind. The format needed to be killed. I'm a person who's always branching out on new ideas, and that's not a flaw I have. It's something I'm wired to do. So shifting between something to something else happens a lot. So Step to Your Better You turned into All Things Not Being Equal, but instead of being two separate things, it felt like a natural move to basically move on from one to the other. As soon as I made that leap, I knew this was what it's supposed to be. A new thing, not a continuation, not a offshoot of the other thing. The mission is still rooted in self-awareness and growth and clarity, and the tone of this podcast is familiar, a little more edge, more reflection, more honesty about how messy life has been, and as I'm older, the reflections I see from there. And I do mourn the end of that other podcast, ending at 413 on its streak, getting 5 more podcasts out before it actually ended in the revision. But the full passion and purpose of the idea lives here in this new venture. It is the birth of the new that come from the death of the old. Because here's a lesson that I'm finally coming to accept with a lot of things. You've got to actually give something up that's old to move forward with something else that is new, effectively. It's not failure from the old thing, it's evolution to the new. We often cling to things because they've worked so well in the past, but sometimes growth does require letting go, not because the past was meaningless, but because the past is past. The job is done. Time to move forward. Steps to Your Better You changed my life, changed the way I speak, changed the way I talk, discipline to get things done, and the connections I made with people while producing that podcast. But it's time to move on and grow to something else. Time to reframe the messages that I'm producing, and time to see how far I can go with this new concept on the same drive. 500 episodes, that would be great. But we're going to see this thing one step at a time, and we're going to do it in this new vehicle called All Things Not Being Equal. And with that, with all things not being equal, every ending holds the seed of a beginning. And sometimes to truly grow, you have to let go of what was and make room for what can actually be in the future.